Hello, everyone. My name is Severin Garrett, and I live in the mountains of North Carolina with my husband, James. And we are so excited to share with you about this Jumpstart 2024 program. It is a lifestyle program, and you're going to learn a lot about it today. And then also feel free after this call to reach out to the person who invited you, whether you're listening to the recording or listening live. Let me just get started with a little bit about us because I think we're always curious. My husband and I, as I mentioned, live in the mountains about an hour and a half northwest of Charlotte. We love everything outdoors, hiking, biking. We moved up here for that reason. And we also have a farm where we so enjoy growing clean, nutrient dense food for our community. If you want to learn more about that, please reach out. But today, just for the sake of time, I want to say that this program has made a tremendous impact in our long-term health. We've been following this program for about 5 or 6 years, and it is such a part of our lives. We can go on vacation and still, follow it, or we come back and jump back in, or we have birthdays, holidays, and it's just allowed us to continue to grow in health. So let's start out with some of the facts. We are an unhealthy nation. 1 in 4 of us will die of heart disease. The number is staggering. We know the cancer occurrences are really growing, diabetes, oh my goodness, and childhood obesity. It's very concerning. The fact at the bottom is interesting. Our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. Oh my goodness. There are really two important factors we want to think about when we're talking about our health. The first is environmental toxins. I think we hear about this on the news quite a bit, but it's the air we breathe, the pesticides that are put on our food when they're growing, skin care, hair care, over-the-counter drugs. They just all have toxins that get into our body and cause our health decline. But the most important thing that I want to focus on today is the food quality decreasing. More than 50% of what Americans eat is processed. So when I say processed, it means that they're adding things like preservatives and there have been pesticides to grow the food, artificial colors, things that really impact our body. And look at the bottom here. This fact is quite interesting. Broccoli could lose 50 to 80% of its key nutrients before you even purchase it. Amazing. And that has to do with how early they pick the fruits and vegetables in this country in order to, move it across the country to us. Usually most of this is grown in the California region, but it also has to do with the herbicides, pesticides, and toxins that are involved in the growing process. So the good news is we can do a lot about our health. We have a lot of control. They say 75% of our long-term health is about our lifestyle. So we're going to be discussing today the 6 pillars of health: exercise, sleep, managing stress, staying hydrated, using safer products, but most importantly, eating real food. So let's focus on fruits and vegetables for a second. The experts agree that most diseases are preventable. Let's just emphasize that word, preventable, with good nutrition. So all those facts we started out with, whether it was cancer, heart disease, diabetes, most of those are preventable with good nutrition. So they say that only 25% of our genes and or hereditary are the causes of these diseases. So we have about 75 to 80% of that in our hands, and it is lifestyle choices, which I'm so excited about this program because it is a lifestyle program. So the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are so good for you, it's that they could save your life. Amazing, it sounds a little too good to be true, but the more researchers dive in, they realize that the food we eat, primarily plants, can save our lives. So the next question I get a lot, well, how much do I need to eat to have an impact? And the American Cancer Society and the American Medical Association really hang their hats on 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. And a serving is about the size of your fist. So this works from children all the way up to elderly. And they say athletes need even more because they're running and burning so much more inflammatory products or inflammatory processes in their body and oxidative stress. So the question that people continually ask me, why so many, Severin? I can't eat that many, is what I've already kind of mentioned, is that produce is picked before it's nutritionally developed, is transported thousands of miles, and most of us in America are not getting the quantity nor the variety. They say we need the rainbow. God designed our bodies to have the rainbow fruits and vegetables every day. So this program is designed to be a plant-based emphasis or focus. You'll notice that we use the term Shred 10 and Jumpstart 2024 interchangeably. But what I want you to focus on during the 10 days in January is that we would add more plants, the top 5 guidelines here. Add more plants, eat as much as you can, and then add the Juice Plus Essentials to help you bridge the gap between what you are eating and what you should be eating. None of us can eat the 7 to 13 servings every day in the rainbow. So we've given you a simple way to bridge the gap. We do want to add 1 or 2 complete shakes each day, and that's even more plants, which is amazing. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. We're going to stay hydrated. We're going to really work on stress management and getting plenty of sleep, and we're going to exercise most days. So during the 10 days in January, we will focus on the top 5 guidelines. When you feel comfortable that you've kind of perfected those top 5, we can slowly habit stack the 6 through 10 guidelines. So we could reduce our caffeine. I'm already working on that right now because I live in a cold climate. I want more caffeine or coffee. Eating by 6 p.m., reducing our processed foods, and maybe considering giving up gluten and dairy and definitely sugar. So again, let's focus on the top 5. And I want to remind you that this is even though we call it Shred 10, it's not shredding 10 pounds in 10 days. And it's not doing something for only 10 days. This is a lifestyle program that you can do for the rest of your life. But at least getting started for the first 3 or 4 months of January, we want to help you feel better and jumpstart your health. So you might be thinking, what are these essential capsules? I'm just going to talk a little bit about the fruit, the veggie, and the berry. And bottom line is they figured out how to take whole food nutrition, crush it, take the water out, and have it in these tiny little capsules. And I just take a few of these capsules each day, and I'm getting the nutritional equivalent of 36 fruits, vegetables, and berries when I take the 3 blend. But I also will add a complete shake, and you'll see that in just a second. But the best thing about Juice Plus Essentials is the research behind it. This is the most thoroughly researched product in the world for nutrition. And people like MD Anderson, Wake Forest, Vanderbilt have all put their name behind this product, that it's just like eating fruits and vegetables straight from the farmer. The complete shakes, we're going to add 1 to 2 of these each day. I really love the vanilla, but my favorite is chocolate. So I have a chocolate shake at least once a day. I also send my husband to work with one every day. So you'll notice that this shake is low glycemic, so it's going to help you not be hungry throughout the day. It's vegan, it's non-GMO. And for me, very important is gluten and dairy free, because I have to, really watch that. I have an autoimmune condition. But adding more plants. And the best part, in my opinion, because I have a gut autoimmune condition, is the prebiotic fiber in it. I notice if I forget my shake or I get busy, that my digestion is not as good. And that's what the prebiotic is doing for me. Really good fiber. So when you add the fruit, veggie, and berry each day and at least 1 shake, you're getting 46 plants in your diet that day. And that is helping your body restore, it's reducing inflammation, and most importantly, it's getting rid of those toxins we discussed in the beginning. So, what do you need to jump into this program on January 8th with us? Well, you need the essentials. We talked about that, and the person who invited you to the call or the recording can help you get that ordered. And you need some complete shakes. The best part is when you order brand new, this set, we call it the trio, you're going to get 20 free shakes. You can get 10 chocolate and 10 vanilla sent to you as a gift to help you get started with the new year. If you would prefer to get free gummies for your child, you can do that as well when you place your order for the trio. So either way, you're going to do excellent, but you do need both the essentials and the shake mix. So let's talk about the resources or the support that we're going to provide you. First of all, we're going to have a community. I have been reading recently about how we thrive in community, and it's really hard for us to do things on our own. So we will have a community that will encourage you daily. You'll get new recipes, you'll get exercise suggestions. We're also going to have weekly support calls and on Zoom, and that's just jumping on and sharing how it's going, sharing any challenges, and being a part of a group that is doing this with you. Wellness Wednesdays is stories of hope, people who are sharing their story, who are on this journey with us. Virtual cookbooks, meal plans, and daily encouragement via text. So our goal is that you feel supported and encouraged daily. You may be wondering, how am I going to feel when I do this program? Well, the first thing you're going to notice, my favorite, is that I'm craving more fruits and vegetables. And so it's easier for you to make wise choices. You'll notice you'll get to a healthier weight. Some of us need to lose a few pounds from the holidays. Um, Better recovery from your workout, sleep, energy, and improved regularity. That's digestion, really, really good, and mental clarity. So if you start the program with us on January 8th and you continue the program, wherever you are on that spectrum, at least the top 5 guidelines, I think you will notice these pretty quickly in the 10 days. That will give you the energy and the momentum to continue past the 10 days. So this is a lifestyle program. We are starting January 8th, and we're going to finish January 17th with our 10-day focus. But most of us are going to keep going because we're feeling better. And we'll have 10 more days in February and in March to just encourage you and stay very, very close. But I think you'll find that the more you focus on this daily, the better you feel. And we all want to feel better, and we all want to do what's best for our bodies. I want you to hear a little bit from my friend Whitney about her story with Juice Plus and the Shred.
Hey everyone, thank you, Severin. That was a wonderful just presentation and overview on this amazing lifestyle program. So, like Severin said, I have 4 children. My husband Jeremy and our 4 children. We live in outside of Columbia, South Carolina, and the Juice Plus solutions have been the catalyst for changing our health the last 9.5 years. We were struggling with chronic conditions, seasonal allergies, sinus infections, eczema, asthma, in and out of the pediatrician's office. And when a friend shared with us about Juice Plus, it truly began to heal our bodies at the cellular level from the inside out. Sickness began to dissipate and set us on a better path overall. And then I was introduced to this Jumpstart program about 6 years ago. And we really were doing, pretty well with our health habits. But for me, especially, I was just exhausted and I really didn't know how good I could feel. And that's what I found as I've helped other people do this same program is, we we sharpen, I guess is the best way to say, our habits. So even if you feel like you're eating pretty well, this just helps you to stack your habits, really focus on what you need to improve more, focusing more on progress rather than perfection. And so what I noticed was I started having more energy. I was bouncing out of the bed earlier in the morning. I drank 1 or even 2 of the shakes a day. And I just felt more sustained throughout the day. So I wasn't, grabbing random snacks. I just felt better overall. And so I would say that, from the people that have joined us, they have experienced the same. So we definitely don't want to say that it's a weight loss program or a diet, because it's not, it's a lifestyle. However, as people create better habits, the ones that need to get to a healthier weight do get to a healthier weight. And the people that, maybe they have a lot of inflammation in their body and they've had chronic headaches, the inflammation decreases. And so they're having better circulation, better digestion, and overall just feeling better. You're exercising. We're encouraging you to exercise, so moving your body more, it helps. So overall, it's a lifestyle. And we focus for these 10 days, and then we encourage you continue, keep moving on, and then the next month let's come together again and focus together again. And I would say too that it's been a great lifestyle for our entire family, because again, it's not a diet. And so all of the habits we're doing, all of the recipes, all the shakes, all the meals can be for any age and season of life. And so it's really been great just to implement healthier recipes as a family, to get everybody moving and exercising and drinking more water and not having caffeine. All of those habits are great to start at a very young age. So it's great for a family, it's a lifestyle. So I would just encourage you, definitely join us, and then really keep your eyes open for who are your friends and family that you could do together, because it's more fun if you bring a buddy along and you're encouraging one another and you're making healthier changes together and just taking it one habit at a time. One other thing I would say is that it really has helped focus more on on sleep habits. I think a lot of times we think of a lifestyle as your nutrition and your exercise, maybe hydration, but really focusing on the importance of getting good sleep, really focusing on, the stress in your life and how you're managing it, because those are key elements into your overall health as well. So that all is encompassed in this program, and that's why we love it so much. So I would just really encourage you to join us, and really be thinking about what other families in your life could be encouraged if you came along and supported them as well. So we hope that you'll join us.
Thank you, Whitney, for sharing your story. And two things that you said I think are really important. First of all, bring a buddy. Do this with your, best friend, your mom, your children, your whole family, because I think that the more you're surrounded by people making wise choices, the easier it is for you to make wise choices. And, just I think these first 10 days, let's just focus on, simple steps. Get your nutrition, that's your essentials, and eating as well as possible, getting a little exercise, and then slowly adding in each of the things that we want to do, such as managing our stress, and your hydration. So I'm excited. And I think that I'll just be honest, when I first got started, and Whitney, I would assume you'd agree, those first 10 days are hard. And so give yourself some, grace. You're not going to be perfect. And Whitney said that. Just move forward with progress. And then at the end of the 10 days, we want to hear how it's going, and we want you to keep going with us. So give yourself a minimum of 3 months to really just, work up to each of these guidelines, and you will definitely notice that you feel better. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to turn off the recording and open up any questions just in case we have a few.